Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. And today is Simple Stamping Saturday. Now I must start by apologising. I have managed to catch a bug from somewhere, so I am a little croaky. So I will probably have to take a sip of hot drink during this video, but I want to keep going. I don't feel unwell, I just feel a little as if I've got a throat. Excuse me. Anyway, Simple Stamping Saturday. So we start with a project made with a note card and envelope, and then we step it up. I will show you how to make the one with the note card and envelope and then explain the other two. I'm using the Cup of Christmas stamp set, which is a new style of stamp set. They have reversible stamps, which are these two, and you can stamp them either way. As it happens, I'm not, but I have with one of the samples that I have got for the Casual Crafter. So I'm mostly concentrating on the other stamps, and I will explain how you work the reversibles when we get there. This is the card that I've made with the envelope, as always, because it's Simple Stamping Saturday. We stamp the envelope as well. So this is the card I've made. 2 ink pads, really quick, really easy. So I thought it was a great place for a new crafter or someone who wants to make a lot of cards quickly. Great place to start. Now remember, you get 20 note cards and envelopes in a pack. They come in Whisper White or Very Vanilla. So here are my note card and envelope. Make sure I've got that the right way up, which I have. The first thing I am going to do is mask off, without the fluff, mask off along the score line, and I will be moving this, and I'm going to do the border first, and that uses this stamp here. These stamps are shown at 80% size, so they are actually bigger, so I'm using this stamp here. So I've got it mounted on my little G block. I'm using just 2 inks. I'm using Real Red and Garden Green. Really great Christmas colours. Now I'm actually going to turn this over because it's easier for me to stamp nearest me than furthest away. So this I'm just going to stamp. I can see through because it's photopolymer and we've got a clear block. So I'm just going to stamp right up into the corner with my stamp. There you are. So I've actually lined up the edge of the card with the edge of the block, and then just looked through to see where that goes. And I'm going to do the same thing again and nestle these leaves next to these. And again, line up the block with the card so that I kind of get a straight line. And then we'll move this down. The lighting is great, but it does mean I can't see the score line. There we go. So same again, ink up, line up with the bottom. Am I on camera? Yes, I am. Line up with the bottom of the card and the bottom of the block, and then do the same again, and then just nestle the right hand end of the stamp against the left hand end of what has been stamped, and there we go. So really quick, really easy. Yes, it's a little step for a new crafter, but I think it's well worth trying. Try it on a scrap of paper first. Grid paper is great for this. I really must change this piece of grid paper. It's getting filthy. But yeah, do it on your grid paper first. You can use the lines to check that you are straight. I'm using the open cup, and because it is open, I'm going to let it relax, just, there, before I pick it up. Otherwise you can end up with it going a bit skew with. This I am going to stamp in Real Red. And just, again, tap gently on the ink pad, and I'm going to pop it sort of in the middle and as straight as I can. Hold the stamp down for a bit so that the ink can transfer, And then while I've got the Real Red out, I've got the Comfort and Joy stamp, which I'm going to stamp in the middle of my mug, just like that. And then that's all I'm going to need the green for, the red for. I just need garden green now for all of the rest of the stamping. So I've got the leaves and berries to pop at the top of my cup, just as a why not. And then for my envelope, I'm going to use the same stamp in the bottom right hand corner, and then tiny little holly and berry stamp up in the top left, which then leaves this area for your postage stamp. So there you go. All I now need to do is fold my note card in half, and I just line it up and then press with my bone folder to get a good crease, and there is my card. There's my other card and the envelope. So really quick, we're on 6 minutes and I've been explaining what I've been doing as I've gone along. So you could do, if you were doing this for a whole pack of note cards, you could do it as you know, do all the mugs, and then do all the Comfort and Joys, etc, etc, so you wouldn't have to switch out so often. For my casual crafter, I have taken the reversible stamp, one of them, the one with the lines on, obviously. I've kept the stamp at the top. I've replaced the stamp at the bottom with this ribbon, which is technically very vanilla, but it is garden green stripe, which is, yeah, it just calls itself garden green, and it's the double stitched ribbon. So as I say, technically this is very vanilla, but I would say it's more ivory than vanilla, so it's somewhere between white and vanilla, which means it's great because you can use it on both. Then I've used a bit of Wink of Stella. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I've just used a bit of Wink of Stella on the foliage, and I've switched the colours, obviously. I just masked this mug, so I did the red mask first and then put Post-it note over just to stamp. Comfort and Joy I've just done on a 1.5 inch circle. I stamped it first, punched it out, and then this is 1 3/4 with the white dazzling diamonds, can't remember what we call it, anyway, the white glimmer paper. And then I've used some of the glitter dots from the Christmas catalogue. These go with the Toile Tidings stamp suite, and they are in Real Red and Garden Green, so perfect for this. And I have to say, I had chosen the colours before I realised I could use those. So, yeah, you know, sometimes it works. And I just put 3. Mounted it on Real Red and Garden Green. So that's great for a stepped up version. If you want to go the whole hog and bring out your die cutter, you can use the dies, which are amazing. And again, we've got reversible mugs. Not that I've used the reverse. Oh, I have used the reversible mugs. So I've used the 2 reversible mugs, which means you can also die cut your stamped images. There's also a candy cane, there's candy stripes, there's the poinsettia, which I've used. The holly berries I haven't. I have used this. There is a little tag. This die here does the poinsettia stamp, which is great. And then we've got holly berries and those sorts of things as well. So remember that if you buy the stamp set and the dies together, you get a 10% discount off the combined price, which is always good. So I've die cut in Real Red to go over 1 cup, and then on this one I've die cut 3 in Real Red and 1 in the glitter paper, which is in the Autumn Winter catalogue. Then I've put the Comfort and Joy just down to the left, and I've put a few more of the glitter dots. So yeah, and yes, I did use the middle of my mat for the die cutting, so I didn't waste any of the red card that I have used as a mat. So there you are. We've got our quick and easy, our stepped up, and then our throw everything at it version. So I hope you found that helpful. The reversible stamps, just so that you know, you literally just reverse them. So you either have it that way up or that way up. Obviously clean it in between, otherwise you're going to get ink everywhere and it won't stick to your block. Because I've used red, I now have a stained stamp. It's still perfectly usable. But they are the new reversibles. So yes, I hope you found that interesting. If you've got any questions or comments, leave those below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like any Stampin' Up products and you're in the UK, there's a link to my online store below. There's also a link to my website where there'll be close-ups and dimensions for these projects, and again a link to my online store. And if you've got a large order, do remember that the best deal in the catalogue is to join my team, which you can do if you are in the UK, France, Germany, the Netherlands or Austria. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.